Welcome back to Bedworth, grapple fans, in time for the big one. There he is, Stevie Gray. Now in the middleweight bracket, he's really put on quite a bit of weight since his lightweight days. Steve Gray from Peckham, southeast London. Now well over the 12-stone mark. And here's his opponent this afternoon, Clive Iron Fist Myers, just about the same weight as Steve Gray, at the 12.5 stone mark. Myers from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. And what about this next 8 rounds should produce? These two top, really top masters of their profession.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our second contest today is a special lightweight challenge match of 8 3-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or the knockout will decide the winner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about the really great lightweight stars of wrestling, you talk about George Kidd, you talk about Johnny Saints, and you talk about Steve Gray. And ladies and gentlemen, Steve Gray's opponent this afternoon, proudly wearing the belt, of course, the European Championship belt. It belongs to a young man who's not only a super wrestler, but president of the British Arm Wrestling Federation as well, Iron Fist Clive Myers. And your referee from this contest, ladies and gentlemen, from Liverpool, Mr. Frank Casey.
Yes, Frank Casey, used to handling the tough boys, but this time with that. The inside moves at all, because neither of these men need to. Both masters of their profession, as I said, and really craftsmen at the wrestling game. Neither of them, I don't think I've ever seen produce a rough move, an inside move. Why should they need to? They got all the holes at their command anyway.
Seconds away, first round.
So 8 3-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. Nothing in it weight-wise. Clive Myers, Jamaica. Steve Gray, London. Frank Casey from Liverpool, in charge of it. I can't see Myers falling for that one. He did, though. Myers worried about something the spectators said back there. I've never seen Clive Myers quite this angry, in fact. Lee Bamber is going to see. Yes, the MC has gone to, and the stewards have got rid of them. So they've gone. Whoever said what has left the hall now, so Myers will continue. Full Nelsons and a quick head mare follow-up. Very angry now. You can see by his wrestling style, he's going fast for the quick killer move here. So that argument took a lot of that first round, but there are still 7 more to go. What a great mover this fellow Myers is. Right on the bell, round 1. which is why, of course, Stevie Gray from London is the perfect opponent for this man, Myers. Hardly anybody I can think of in the lighter weight brackets of wrestling could really come back at Myers. This is the man that can do it, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him do it here this afternoon. But what a bout it's going to be.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 6 to go, no score. Gray in the black trunks versus Clive Iron Fist Myers. Side headlock and bringing it down to the ground position, but it's not far enough.
No, wait.
Yes, nicely out, Gray. A full Nelson to a head mare, very fast indeed, Myers. And ends up with a sort of forward headlock drawn position. A curious move, but he's got in there. But not orthodox, and therefore Gray is able to get out of it eventually. And Frank Casey, completely superfluous here, the referee as far as warnings are concerned, of course. Just in there for the count on the pinfalls and the knockouts. Oh yes, quickly down, and it's a folding press from the back. It's a beautiful fold, and he caught him unawares. And I bet Myers is the first one to smile and congratulate his opponent on that. There he is, grinning over. Says, you really caught me that time. Magnificent, and this is how Gray did it. Both men had the advantage for a few seconds here. Gray comes off the ropes there, waits for the chance, goes for the reverse doubling Nelson, and that's it. Folding press locked.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first fall of the match. It goes in favor of the Peckham Flyer, Steve Gray.
Magnificent move, and here he comes over to congratulate him, as I knew he would. Typical Clive Myers, grinning at the expertise of his opponent.
Seconds away, round 4.
5 rounds to go as we start the 4th. Now then, I don't know if Gray's going to have another chance to catch this man unawares. He wants that European middleweight title that Clive Myers holds now. And if he gets a win here this afternoon, he'll have more chance of getting that title bout. Double wrist lock, back hammer to Myers. Yes, Gray is up so fast. And even counters in the act of coming up. Nice tackle, nice flying tackle. It's over the top, cross press, and Myers in trouble. But a count of 2 only. All over the top, Gray in trouble now. Double leg Nelson, folding press now to Gray. Yeah. Speed of this, and it's Myers again with a double knee, but kicked off at the last second. Even Frank Casey didn't know what was happening there. Didn't know where to start counting. He's spreading his arms as if to say, I've never seen anything so quick. And get the crowd reaction, marvelous. That is really fast wrestling, that. Beautiful stuff. We've seen these two last few years, of course, against each other before. I don't think it's ever been as quick quite as these first 3 rounds.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He felt that in the thighs, all right. Just a minute to go in this 4th round. Myers into the finger interlock. And looking up for the straight arm lift.
No.
And there it is. But Gray falls off it, falls down the back. Double leg Nelson Gray, but now the chop gets him off. You know, the ropes would have called the break anyway. 30 seconds. That's a typical Myers attack there, getting to the figure four, if he wants it. He'll butt you from there. Right on the bell to be quick. Gray won that little move. The man who started off boxing at school, his father, the well-known lightweight boxer, Fred Steen, his ring name. Great football fellow, played for midfield for Microbe, the Sunday League, and of course teaches handicraft, specializing in carpentry. Concentrates on the old age pensioners and handicapped. Marvelous fellow, this one.
Seconds away, around 5.
That's one of the reasons why he's so popular. The other is that he's a sportsman all the time in the ring, whether winning or losing, and he's a fantastic expert at this game of wrestling. One of the few lightweights that can be classed with the great George Kidd, Johnny Saint, as the MC reminded us, Lee Bamber reminded us at the beginning of the bout.
No way. No.
So, with 4 rounds to go, and remember Steve Gray in the front there, leading still by 1-0. Yes.
One, two, three.
Gray quite determined, there's no question about it. Since he got into the middleweight bracket, he's putting a lot of strength moves here.
2, 3, 4.
And quite worries Myers with some of them. He's waiting for him to come underneath, but it was a little late on that one. Go with the top and reverse double leg Nelson, and Gray in trouble. Beautiful move by Myers as he came off the top rope. Looks down at me as he said, I thought you'd like that one, and I did. 1 minute, 28 seconds, round 5, equalizing fall, Clive Myers. This is how he did it. And watch this again in slow motion. It really could be something. Slow down a bit. And here it is. The legs come up, over the shoulders, and the reverse double leg Nelson is there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in 1 minute, 28 seconds of this super contest, equalizing fall in favor of Iron Fist, Clive Myers.
Everybody clapping here. I mean, even the referee, everybody at ringside. I've never seen anything like it, I don't think.
Seconds away, around 6.
For sheer speed, agility, and superb execution of wrestling holds of all kinds. 3 to go, 1 fall each. Myers hasn't used any of his feet move yet, or not noticeably. Double wrist lock, backhammer. Still got the backhammer, still got the double wrist lock. Oh, you'll never hold a cross press like that. Just wait, I'll get that shoulder blade off the canvas. He might with a double knee, but I don't think so. Not at this stage. Now the bridge forces Myers up. I don't think Myers will break it. No. The bridge is pretty solid. And the single-footed throw, monkey climb. Double leg Nelson. Folding press Gray. Got the hands, got the... Now, missed the hands. Thought he got those hands, then if he had, he would have stopped Myers sliding through. Takes his man over, Gray over the top cross press, and again counting two. And Frank Casey is leapfrog there as he goes. Myers goes over the top, double leg Nelson again. Ay, 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 speed of this one. And this is how Gray turned last time. And down he goes, over the top, folding press, and he's caught, and he's got it. Gray has defeated Myers. 2 falls to 1 in just 1 minute, 57 seconds of round 6. And I think that's the first time we've ever seen Gray actually defeat Myers. Now he'll have a chance, maybe, at Myers' European belt. This is how he did it. Beautiful folding press, coming off the ropes there. Really neat.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just before we officially declare the result, how about a big round of applause for 2 fine professional wrestlers. But in 1 minute, 28 seconds by 2 to 1, the winner is Steve Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one for a very sporty loser? What a contest! Iron Fist, Clive, ladies and gentlemen.
So Gray the winner on this occasion. But we'll see that bout again one day, I hope. I can't wait, and I'm sure you can. Now, after the break, it's tag team time once again, so that could be mayhem here in the ring. We'll be right back.